Here are some of the attempts I made at defeating Giovanni with underleveled and non-legendary Pokemon. It is a learning experience. We knew he had Persian, because that is what he always leads with. It's his signature Pokemon. And I had a prior one where the game kind of crashed on me where I figured out the Garchomp. So I already knew he was going to have Garchomp, Persian, and Suicune. This is why I picked Glaceon. Glaceon is pretty common, easy to get with the Glacial Lure from an Eevee evolution. Very easy to get candies. Eevee's a very common Pokemon. And Ice Wind and Ice Shard do a lot of damage in the debuffs. First round didn't do so good. Obviously, Suicune is really strong. Especially with the Ice Fang move. If you get Snarl, he's a little bit easier to beat, but he does get his charge moves faster. On to the second one, I decided to switch it up. Try Umbreon. He's a meat sack. He can take a lot of damage. He's good for a lot of purposes, just not in this one. Again, had the Machamp, but because Persian ends up having Scratch, he just does not survive like he should. So Machamp didn't end up working out in the end. Again, just trying to whittle down, trying to get some ideas. I switched back into Umbreon to try to see what the damage output was, and as you'll see shortly, the DPS on Umbreon is just not worth the time for this particular set. He's great against any of the ghost types, so save him for that, but against this Geo, he was barely chipping away, and then, as you'll see shortly, on Suicune, it was like he did no damage. So, live and learn and move on. Next round, we decided to switch it up. Well, I did. And go with a semi-meteor, quote-unquote, fighter. I'm going to have Electivire start so I can get a couple of charge in. And then we have Lucario. Power-up punch charges a little bit faster than Cross Chop. Plus, it increases auto-attack damage. And it's really good for breaking shields. He ends up being a great Pokemon for a lot of Team Rocket Go leader battles. And you can get him through trades. And he is hatching in eggs. I know he's not as common, but he was the best choice for this. And he is pseudo-legendary, but he's not legendary. Honestly, this one, if the video app hadn't interrupted me while I was recording, I probably would have won here, because I get 2 debuffs on Suicune, switch into Electivire, and then I managed to get off my 2 wild charges after charging. Now, again, wild charge, very risky because of the double defensive loss from the user. So Electivire, at the end of this, has 4 stages of defense drop. But right now, it interrupts me, and Suicune was almost dead. So we move on to the last fight. This is where it works out, so I'm going to stop talking.